Good day, everyone. I am Adrian B. Salac, Teacher 1 from the Department of Education, Division of Bukidnon. I graduated my master's degree at Valencia Colleges, Bukidnon Incorporated. The title of my study is Lived Experiences of Bully Victims and Bullies Among Elementary Learners in Dangcagan District, Bukidnon. The objectives of the study are analyze the lived experiences of the bullied learners and incidents of bullying among elementary learners in Dangcagan District, Bukidnon, and elicit the reasons of the learners committing acts of bullying. The framework of the study was anchored on the concept of Fuller 2004 in the context of rankism, that bullying ranges from simple one-on-one bullying to more complex bullying, which the bully may have one or more lieutenants who may seem to be willing to assist the primary bully in his or her bullying activities. Wilhelm 2016, when an individual grows up, teasing became part of our life and words can cause pain. Teasing became bullying when it was repetitive and intent to do hurt another person. Bullying can be verbal, psychological, and physical. Victims of bullying can tend to be physically and emotionally weak. They tend to be shy and have a lower self-esteem and poor social skills that made them hard to stand on their own. There are two theoretical underpinnings. One, social cognitive theory by Albert Bandura, and general strain theory by Robert Merton. The reason why I studied this research is because bullying has generated major problems in our society. Particularly, it is one of the major factors why our pupils or students are at risk of dropping out from school. For the methods, the participants of the study were the elementary pupils who were the victims of bullying in 4 elementary schools in 1 central school among the 14 elementary schools in the district of Dangcagan. There were only 5 elementary schools in the district of Dangcagan were chosen since there are the nearby schools in our barangay. 2 pupils interviewed, one is the victim of bullying and the other one is the bully himself. This study used phenomenological design Mustakas 1994, which is a qualitative strategy of inquiry uses to explore the meaning or interpretation of a human phenomenon. This design was created to identify and describe the participants' objective experiences of a phenomenon by Criswell 2009, Maxwell 2013, Mustakas 1994, Patton 2002. This would elaborate on the context of the conversation of the researcher and the participants of the study. This qualitative method of research explored the lived experiences of the victims of bullying and the bully as well. The researcher developed the data gathering tools such as the prompts of semi-structured individual interviews and a focus group discussion. These tools help the researcher to gather in-depth information on the lived experiences of elementary pupils who were victims of bullying. A semi-structured individual interview was considered as one of the most appropriate data collection strategy for a qualitative research by Cavell 2010. In this study, the research questionnaire was validated by language experts. It contains 2 parts. Part 1 is on the respondent's profile, and Part 2 was on the question proper, like what are the lived experiences as a victim of bullying and what are the effects of bullying. The most notable feature of Sidman's in-depth phenomenological-based interviewing was its 3 separate interview approach with each participant of the study. 3 separate interviews are required because each interview contributes to the totality of the experience and gives meaning and understanding of people's behavior by Sidman 2006, Smith, Flowers, and Larkin 2009. According to Sidman 2006, each of the 3 interviews has specific purpose. The first interview focused around interviewer learning as much as possible of the respondents' life background, such as their family experiences, school experiences, work experiences, and experiences with friends. The aim of this interview was to establish for the interviewer the participant's life context by Sidman 2006. The second interview has its objective to concentrate details of the participants' lived experiences in the topic area of the study. In the second interview, the researcher attempts to obtain the details of respondents' lived experiences. During this interview, the researcher was not interested in the respondent's opinion, but rather the explicit details of the experiences by Sidman 2006. In the third interview, the researcher asked the participants to reflect on the meaning of their experiences. It is here that the researcher focused on getting the participants to understand the meaning of their experience. Look at it from the perspective that various influences, both past and present, have interacted and have brought them to this particular situation by Sidman 2006. The focus group discussion was carefully delivered by the researcher to come up with more discussions and responses to reveal a wealth of detailed information and insight. This allowed the respondents to confidentially express their thoughts, ideas, and comfortable to be talking within the group or to discuss and answer the questions by Elliott and Associates 2005. The respondents informed that their responses would be kept confidential. It solicited the responses of the participants and by using video recorder to ensure that the clarity and accuracy of the data. The researcher took down notes of the important observations as regards to the behavior of the participants during the interview and focus group discussion. Here are the results and discussion. There were shared experiences from the victims of bullying and the bullied themselves. The findings showed that the victims really had painful bullying experiences through physical and verbal bullying. Bullies consider these victims as safe targets because they usually don't communicate with others. 2. Bully victims are fighters in terms of accepting the bullying they experiences as a challenge. Victims hide their feelings from their parents. The reason why they were secretive was they do not want their parents to be worried. Bullies also tend to hide their problems to their parents because they wanted to have fun in school and seem to enjoy their life when others saw them. But deep inside, they also have problems they cannot express to their parents. It implies that the victim and the bully must need parental support to finish the bullying they experienced. Since they were not transparent to their parents, parental support and guidance were not applied. According to the study of Wilhelm, when an individual grows up, teasing became part of our life and words can cause pain. Teasing became bullying with its repetitive and intent to do hurt another person. Bullying can be verbal, psychological, and physical. Victims of bullying tend to be physically and emotionally weak. They tend to be shy and have lower self-esteem and poor social skills that make them hard to stand on their own. Bullies consider these children safe targets because they usually don't communicate with others. 3. The study also revealed that learners who are victims of bullying remain silent and not transparent to their parents because they experienced lack of emotional and parental support and guidance at home. Number 4. The last common theme of the researchers' current study, they are not transparent about their feelings toward their parents, can be compared to the study of Wilhelm. Therefore, the victims hide their feelings from their parents. The reason why they were secretive was they do not want their parents to be worried. Also, the bullies tend to hide their problems to their parents. They wanted to have fun in school and seemed to enjoy their life when others saw them. But deep inside, they also have problems that they do not want to express to their parents. It can also be compared to the Philippine Star 2015, where the victims were reluctant to report. However, the bullies are not included. Parental support may protect children from all forms of bullying. Friends associated differently of traditional bullying by Lanotti 2009. Opposite to the study stated above, the researchers' current study only included physical and verbal bullying. Number 5, the study shows that revenge-seeking behavior has been manifested among learners who are bullies in their school. They tend to bully other learners because they want to revenge and fight back learners who bullied them first. Number 6, the responses of the participant show that they engage into bullying because they find joy and fun in teasing and mocking their classmates. Number 7, in a study by Shelley 2012, bullying has become a topic of national concern. Some of the conversations may be overblown. For who does not come in for some rimming over his big ears, her first pair of eyeglasses, or a crush on the girl in his Sunday school class. But bullying crosses a line. That is pretty clear and obvious. If it started as good-natured fun, it has progressed now to the point of bringing anger or tears to the surface. Past that point, the raising or teasing has become mean-spirited. It is being used to wound or humiliate. Number 9, friends are the main cause that influence them to become a bully and a victim. This is supported by the study of Gortu 2008, which aimed at examining the differences between bullies, bully victims, and students that are involved in peer violence in terms of their temperament, their degree of deviation from the typical in appearance or behavior, and degree of their peer acceptance. Here are the conclusions. The victims experience all kinds of bullying, but the most common among them are physical and verbal bullying. The victims let the bullies bully them because they think that nothing will happen if they will tell the bullies to stop. Being a victim of bullying resulted in problems. Most common among these problems is that they feel uncomfortable being with and facing other people, even so, to be uncomfortable with their parents. The victims ask themselves why they are being bullied. This became the start for them to trace the possible reasons why they are bullied and seek solutions for the bullying they have experienced. A reason for individuals to become bullies is that they find happiness in bullying other people, though they are not aware they are hurting others' feelings. Here are the recommendations. Bullying may not be taken lightly because it can cause serious problems for all the children involved, because being bullied is a very stressful ordeal for children. Many bullying victims are very reluctant to talk about their experiences, making it harder to help them. Parents may not tell the children to ignore the bullying if it happens. The victims should be extended help and moral support because they were bothered by the experience. Teachers may contact the bully's parents because many of the parents are not aware of the children's behavior. Talking to the victims will be a great help. Parents should not ignore the behavior of their children, most especially if they observe it at home. And importantly, parents should make sure that the follow-up appointment with the teachers is made. Teachers may be quick to investigate the bullying cases in the school, especially if they received a report from the children. Teachers' advisor may fully discharge their duties and responsibilities. Here is the outcome of the study. Regular orientation of the Republic Act 10627, or known as Anti-Bullying Act, and DepEd Order Series of 2012, DepEd Child Protection Policy must be practiced. School heads and other DepEd officials may strictly monitor bullying cases in the field so that proper action can be taken to protect the victims. Good moral and right conduct, or GMRC, should be integrated in the subjects in the K-12 curriculum in both public and private schools. It is very vital to have partnership with the parents and responsibilities of parent and teacher association. And here are the references. Before I conducted this study, my advisor advised me to look for a serious problem in our school, in which very rampant nowadays. She suggested that why not study bullying cases in your school, and I agreed with her since I am the coordinator for anti-bullying and child protection in our school. As I go through my study, especially during the interview of the participants of my study, there I discovered that bullying really do exist, and it is even the reasons why our pupils are at risk of dropping out from school, because their self-confidence are deteriorating. I really feel pity for them as I listen to their responses, that it seems I am the outlet of their problems, wherein they hide and kept it for a very long time. I've been through a lot of sacrifices in completing my study, and I managed it well, especially in terms of financial matters. As you plan to go on with your studies, you have to prepare yourself financially, emotionally, and spiritually. Special thanks to my very kind, thoughtful, generous, and beautiful advisor, Dr. Susan S. Olana, for her patience, encouragement, and great help for assessing me with my study, and to Valencia College's Bukidnon Incorporated Graduate School Department, headed by our Dean, Dr. Edwin D. Resente, a heartfelt thank to you all. I want to express and convey my sincerest gratitude to Philippine Association for Graduate Education, Region 10, for this great opportunity given to me to present my study. Most especially to Page 10 President, Dr. Judith C. Chavez. Thank you so much, ma'am. It is our great honor and privilege to present further my study. To my Covenor, Dr. Miguel Abina Perez. Thank you, ma'am. Though we are in new normal, but still, Page 10 really find ways to continue and to show to the world that education is fighting and even strive for excellence. Once again, this is Valjef Adrian B. Salac from Valencia Colleges Bukidnon Incorporated. God bless us all.